You ain't got no friends? Neither do I. We retired. And unfortunately, when we worked, we had automatic friendship. We joined a company, our friends were given to us. That was a perk of joining a company. And you, even if you were not a people person, that's too much stimulation. You still had friends. They're going to take care of you, and you'll take care of them basically. There might be a lot of dummies and a lot of smart people, and you got all kinds of mixture of people, but they're your friends and family, whether you like them or not, right? They're your work family. And hell, you might even get a work husband or work spouse. Yeah, that's a whole different conversation. But when you retire, you don't have automatic friends. You don't have automatic family and stuff like that. You got to go find friends, and they can suck. It can be depressing. It can feel overwhelming. I miss talking to my friends. I miss being able to just call them up and like, hey man, how's your night, man? How was your weekend? And being able to talk to a group of people all the time is great. I mean, it made me feel good, and hopefully it made them feel good. I crave some attention from time to time. I'm just socially awkward. Um, that I've kind of learned to push myself where I wasn't the kind of person that seeked out other people, and then over the years, I've kind of noticed that, and I try to push myself and put myself in awkward positions, like doing the YouTube thing too, because it's pushing myself outside my comfort zone, and I'm not comfortable doing this. I feel weird about doing this, and just I don't know. I'm just yeah. It's something that I know, and I push myself out there. What I've learned by doing that is, that's how I'm gonna make friends. I never know what to say when I meet people. I'm socially awkward, um, but you got to push yourself out there. When you retire, you got to find some people that have similar interests. It might be a community, hell, church, uh, volunteering. I mean, you got to push yourself to find those. And some folks more than others. There's some people that are fine just being alone for a while, but they still will need those human interactions. And to what degree, I don't know. But like I like wood carving. I like watercoloring. I love woodworking. I love watching people woodwork. I wish I was good at it. Um, Playing the guitar and stuff. I need to find good community, good people with that. And the only way you're going to do it is to push yourself. I kind of pushed myself to do these weird YouTube videos because I wanted to share my life and what it's like going into retirement and beyond as me. And I don't think I'm good at it. Probably getting better at it. And I mean, it is what it is. I never know what I'm going to say or whatever I want to talk about. I try to do a little editing as possible. That way, it's just raw and it's just me as me. But I'm learning. I'm figuring it out. And when it comes to friends, I'm just sitting here thinking, looking. I'm like, I have a couple of best friends. I will say I definitely have probably like three best friends, and then I have good friends, and I have friends, and I have family. But even my best friends, I don't talk to them every day. I It could be weeks. It could be months that go by for some. Uh, and it's okay because I know they're busy. I know they're doing their thing, and I know when they retire, they're going to be going through the same ordeal as I'm going through, and it's going to be tough for them as it is for me. But hopefully this stuff helps them and anybody else that needs it. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna figure it out, and you're gonna figure it out. You're smart, you're capable, and if something is uncomfortable to you, maybe you need to push yourself a little bit harder in that direction to ease the uncomfortableness. It's like dating a girl, I guess. I mean, you see a girl you like, you and vice versa. I'm like, I really like that girl. Got butterflies in my stomach. I don't know, words can't come out straight. I sound like a big dum dum. That's the uncomfortableness. But if you push yourself, you can overcome it. It'll take a while. Sometimes it takes more time, more practice. I learned early on that always push yourself, to the limits. If something makes you uncomfortable, put yourself in that position until you're not uncomfortable anymore. That's why I'm doing YouTube. I hate talking in public forums. I hate big groups of people. I love teaching. I just don't know. I'm just not comfortable teaching in a big room. I don't know. It might be hey, I'm being judged, just like on YouTube. I'm being judged. But friendship in retirement is definitely more challenging, but it's also more rewarding because the friendship is more authentic. It's a better, stronger bond than it is when you were working. Working, the friends are just automatic. They're there. You fall into it. The water cooler's there, and it's there until you leave. And in that retirement, you have to work for it. You have to build that relationship. And sometimes those bonds are instant. Sometimes those bonds take a little bit, but they're stronger bonds because they're more authentic. They're not just throwing you into the lion pit, and you're either going to be the gazelle team or the lion team, whatever I'm trying to say. But you have to make an effort. You have to put yourself out there, I think, and the friendships and the communications, the relationships that you build are going to be a lot more rewarding. They can be challenging, very, very challenging. And I'm not talking about, I have friends that are virtual, they're over the internet. I've never met them. I may never meet them. And those are great friendships. I love them. But having that one-on-one, face-to-face conversation and friendships is very, very rewarding, stimulating, mentally, physically. It relieves, I guess, some kind of hormone, cortisone, or whatever, and that's beneficial to your health. But you just have to figure out what it is that you like and find those resources, and try to get with people. A lot of good places you can go is, like Meetup, apps, libraries, Reddit, forums, and places, Facebook, they have, like your town or something like that. They have meetups and stuff like that. You can look for different ways to meet up and find people. And I think you'll be pleasantly surprised how more enjoyable those friendships are in retirement than the ones that were at work, because you actually put an effort into it, and they do seem a lot more meaningful, a lot more rewarding and authentic. Whereas work, I love everybody I worked with. I respect them all. I would do everything. I would drop everything to help them out. If their mom and dad got sick, I'd be the first one. Like, let me know. If you need me to help you in any way, don't be hesitant to ask. I don't care. I will help you out. I don't care if I need to drive you to the hospital or bring you some food and stuff. I'll help you. I'm not asking for anything. It's, you know, I want to be a good person. I want to be a good friend, and I would hope people would want to be like that with me. I would do everything I could for them. But now that you're in retirement, you don't have those connections, and it's really weird. It's really, really weird. Let's see if this tea's good. Lordy. Dandelion, vanilla, and I put a little bit of honey in there to sweet. It smells awesome. Oh, that is some really good tea. Love this tea. This tea is pretty good in the morning. So I'm just gonna leave with this is because I have no idea what I'm saying anymore. Friendship is important, and it's okay not to have friends in retirement. When you retire, it's fine. You're gonna make friends, but you're gonna have to push yourself out there in uncomfortable positions to maybe make those friends. You know, if that's what it is. I mean, it might be easy for you to create friends or make friends, but I think for most people, we're awkward. It's difficult to make friends. We don't know how to do it because it was always been automatic for us. But push yourself, put yourself in an uncomfortable position, and try to make friends. If you feel awkward, just say, "Look, I'm awkward. I don't know how to make friends. I'm socially awkward." Just say it, you know. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to make friends. So, but start somewhere. You'll make friends in time, and again, those friends will be a lot more meaningful. So, enough rambling for today. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my tea and then start getting back to work and doing some more stuff. You guys take care. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.